Manga-Waido.
My name is Yuna Horichi. I recently graduated vocational college, and I'm now a newbie at Uda Printing. Mr. Uda single-handedly built this company and happens to be a bit of a celebrity in the industry.
I'm counting on you, Horiuchi. I have high hopes for you.
Yes, I promise to work hard.
First, I want you to familiarize yourself with the general flow of things. I would like you to have a look at admin, planning, overseeing the printing process, and also shipping.
Got it. Having always loved making things, I was very excited to work at this company.
In the morning, I'll show you all the administrative processes.
Yes, please.
Feel free to ask about anything you're unsure of.
Thanks. This is Komiya-san. She's a director who oversees the site and is also my supervisor.
If you have time in the afternoon, get Nako-san to show you the design side of things. Nako-san is our chief designer.
Nako-san, it's a pleasure to meet you.
Nice to meet you, too.
Komiya-san was cheerful and spoke full of energy. Naoko-san was more somber and quiet. She was hardworking and didn't attract much attention, but her designs were truly inspired. All of her products were absolutely breathtaking.
Currently, Nako-san is in charge of all our designs.
By herself?
There used to be another person until recently, but that person left, and also many of our customers specifically asked her to do their designs. So, Horichi-san, work hard so that you can lessen the load on Nako-san, please.
I'll do my best. But the only time I had fun was during the first 2 days at the company. From the third day onwards, I was made to work overtime like everyone else. And this overtime work is incredibly exhausting. Working at a printing company turned out to be much more demanding than I had anticipated. Just lugging around the finished printed materials left my body drained. And to top it all off, the CEO's furious voice took a toll on me psychologically.
Komiya! What happened to Manwa Shoji's leaflet?
We finished printing them and we're about to send them off.
This is so last minute. You're slow!
I apologize.
Nakao, what happened with the campaign poster for Waido Wedding?
I just submitted the design plans.
I can't hear you! Speak more clearly! I leave you be because you're good at what you do, but watching you makes me feel gloomy and depressed.
I'm sorry. There was always a tense atmosphere at the office. I finished today's work.
Well done. Are you okay?
Yeah, just about. May I ask, is it like this every day?
It is when we have several overlapping deadlines. There are times when we manage to go home on time.
Are you not going home yet, Nako-san? I still have work to do. In that case, let me help. I know how to use most of the software. It's okay. The customer specifically asked for me to do this, so I'll do it. But you're going to miss the last train. Worst case scenario, I'll stay here. But thank you for worrying about me. Nako-san insisted on doing the work herself, and so we headed home without her. A month later, I'm finally being allowed to do some of the designs, but only the bare minimum.
The customer asked Naoko to do these two. Horiuchi, do this one. The customer didn't request for a specific designer on this one.
Okay. Apparently the previous designer got into a row with the CEO for helping Nako-san with the design. That's why she's currently the only designer.
Just focus on your own work, Horiuchi-san.
But Nako-san looks so overworked. I want to help out in whatever way possible.
I know, I understand.
Komiya-san has tried speaking to the CEO several times, but let's allow Horiuchi-san to handle tasks within her capabilities.
No need! Things are just fine as they are.
They're not. Unless we hire more people, not only will Nako-san burn out, so we will.
Komiya-san asked the CEO that we get paid for overtime work and coming in on weekends, but the CEO completely ignored her. Have you already forgotten what happened when someone else did Nako's work?
It's true that happened, but...
If a customer wants someone specifically to do it, then there's nothing we can do about it. So long as Naoko does it, it's not a problem. If Naoko doesn't want to do it, then that's another matter. But it's time you minded your own business.
But...
And what's this about overtime pay? If you guys were better at your work, you wouldn't have to work overtime. Work harder and get it done on time.
There's no way to get all of this done within regular hours.
Are you complaining about the work I've gotten for you?
No, that's not what I meant. I'm grateful for our customer's business.
Working conditions remain the same. We ended up getting our time cards stamped according to regular working hours, and would then head back into the office to do customer service work. Nako-san, you look very pale. Perhaps you should head home today. But the boss said I have to finish this by tomorrow.
I'll do it. You go home.
I'll also stay. But I was the one requested by the customer.
Don't worry. All that's left to do is to put in the words, right? The boss won't know we did it.
I studied design, so I know them well. I'm confident I can do it. We'll make it look like your work. You can count on us.
In that case, is it okay?
Yes, of course.
Go home and rest.
Thank you so much. The following day, Nako-san handed in the design we had finished. Her boss said this is good and approved of it. Looks like we got away with it.
Let's keep on using this formula.
Yes! Nako-san was finally able to work a little more normally, but it made no difference to the fact that she was responsible for almost all designs that came out of our company. I begged your CEO numerous times to allow me to do more design, but he would always refuse. If I can just improve my skills, the CEO is bound to let me do more. I went home and studied design in order to be given more work. One day, I went to the storage room to have a look at some of Naoko-san's old designs. Komiya-san had told me that they kept old designs in the back of the storage room. I used a key to open the storage room. It was rarely used. The room was dark and a little scary. There's somebody here? I heard a noise from somewhere and jumped back. A thief? I rushed back to the office and called Komiya-san. There's someone in the storage room!
What?
I heard a noise coming from inside. It scared the life out of me.
Okay, I'll come with you.
We rushed back to the storage room.
It seems empty.
I swear I heard something. Just then, yeah!
Nako-san?
Komiya-senpai? Nako-san was stood in front of us. For some reason, her eyes were red and her makeup was smudged. When we explained why we were here, she said she was the one who'd been here and apologized for surprising us.
What happened? Were you crying?
Eventually, Nako-san told us what had happened. I just received news that a friend of mine has passed away. What? I told the boss I would like to go to attend the funeral, but he told me there was no need to attend the funeral of someone who was not even family. What? That's so mean. Nako-san grimaced and started crying. Watching Nako-san cry brought tears to my eyes, and I began to cry too. But Komiya-san was different.
What are you talking about?
Huh?
Of course you can go. Don't worry about anything else. We'll find a way to handle it.
Komiya-senpai.
It's someone dear to you, correct? You'll regret it if you don't go. Go say your goodbyes to her.
The moment Komiya-san hugged her, she started to cry more intensely. After a while, Nako-san calmed down. Thank you so much. When I get back, I'll probably thank you.
No need. Just go and relax at home for a couple of days. Thank you for always working so hard for this company. You take care, okay?
Yes! In reality, it should probably be the CEO saying this to her, but the moment he found out, he went absolutely crazy.
I told her to not go to the funeral!
Give it a break, boss.
What did you say?
Her friend just died. Did you ever stop to think how she's feeling right now?
What do I care? Everyone dies one day. If you're dead, you're dead. I can't believe she's abandoned her work over someone who's already dead.
I joined this company because I was impressed by what you said about wanting to become the best in the industry. Back then, you were full of life and someone I deeply admired. But now I just think you're a horrible human being.
What did you say? Is making money so important? Is that the only thing that matters to you? Aren't there more important things to being human? Be quiet. Is that the way you want to talk to your employer?
How about behaving like our employer? Someone like you who refuses to pay overtime work and weekend work has no right to speak to us like this.
Shut up! If you've got a problem, leave. We don't need you.
Yes, that's what I intend to do, as soon as you pay me for the work I've done so far. I've recorded all of your behavior towards us on voice recorders and video. I intend to report you to the Labor Standards Office. Be prepared.
Komiya-san really did sue him in the end. Apparently, she had discussed it with the other employees, and they had been planning to do so all along when the time was right. Many of the employees had recorded evidence of the boss's abusive behavior. When the Labor Standards Office found that we'd been made to work overtime, they stepped in and carried out a thorough investigation. The CEO was served a notice of corrective action. Unable to dispute the claim, the CEO begrudgingly paid us for our overtime and weekend work. We thought the CEO would change his behavior after this, but his horrible attitude towards us showed no sign of improvement. Komiya-san already left by now. Old-timers who had pinned their hopes on the boss having a change of heart were also become discouraged by his horrible attitude. They all began to leave one by one. Undeterred, the CEO just said we had to hire more people and that was not a problem. But all that changed when Nako-san handed in her resignation. I'm resigning.
You know that if you quit, this place would go out of business.
True as that may be, it has nothing to do with me.
Don't forget who hired you in the first place.
I believe the work I did here more than compensates for the decision to hire me.
Q.
When I attended the funeral, my friend's mother told me that I worked too hard and that I should look after my health more, which is why I've decided I'm gonna look after my health better from now on.
Why listen to such nonsense from a mere kid?
I don't want to work anymore for someone who would insult my friend like that. Everyone, including the boss, fell silent. Thank you for everything. I shall pass on my responsibility to my successor. And I am also quitting, so you'll need someone else to replace me too.
You too? No one's gonna hire someone like you.
That's not true. Komiya Shacho has hired her.
Komiya Shacho?
That's right. Komiya-san has started her own design company. Hayashi-san, Tanaka-san are already working there.
What the hell?
After that, most employees left and Uda Printing closed its doors. When I went past the building a couple of months later, it had become a rental space. Naoko-san and I are now happily working under Komiya-san. Naoko-san, can you check this for me, please? Yes, I think it's good. Send this to the client and see what they say. Yes, thank you very much.
Horichi-san, you're doing so well. I'm so proud of you. I need to work hard to go find us more work.
Yes, please, but no more working overtime every day like our previous company.
Look at you, Naoko-san, making demands.
Naoko-san is more relaxed at work now and smiles more often. She often takes part in office conversations and even comes out for drinks after work. I must make sure not all the work ends up going towards her like last time. Komiya-san, Naoko-san, I look forward to working with you.